So guys, all of you can able to access the recording of all the modules. Swati, you can access the Python as well as SQL, right?
Yes,
Sweta,
sir.
Sweta, what are the modules we can able to access it?
All.
All SQL, Tableau, machine learning, Python, everything you're able to and access it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the same thing you're updating your consultant, like how many sessions are running on a daily basis?
Hmm.
Yeah, please
I have
update.
to check.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
update your training desk people. Okay.
Okay.
And so Ramalakshmi, same thing. You also can you update your training desk people? Okay. Okay. Now let's continue off our previous session. I think the last session we were done the basic part of the SQL commands like select where and or not order by, okay, and insert null and update and delete and limit min max count average sum and like and some kind of wild cards and in operators between and alias till alias we all learn, right? Okay. Now this session is very very important, guys. This it could be the joint sessions. Joins are pretty much important. Okay, when you want to be combine, okay, multiple queries, okay, or else if you want to join the two tables in the within the same database, okay, then joins will help you a lot. So that concept we are going to be learning now. Okay, so let just click on the joins. Let's go for understanding the joins method, joins concepts. So here, MySQL joining a table. So if we have multiple tables, if you want to join together with some kind of referencing thing, then we can use the joins actually. Okay, joins clause is used to combining the rows two or more tables. If you want to combining the rows in the sense records. This is the rows. This is the things we are calling it's a records. Okay, if you want to combining the records of two or more tables, then we can use the join clause based on the related column between them. That means if you want to combining the those two tables, make sure that it should have some kind of related column. So what is the column here? Here the customer id, right? This is the one table, order table. Orders is the one table which is having the three columns, and customers is the another table which is having for example four columns. Okay, so what could be the common column could be there from these two things? So here this is the customer id and this one is the customer id, right? So here this is the customer id, it could be the primary key, and this is the customer id, it could be the foreign key of this particular table. So if we have this kind of relationship foreign key and the primary key, then you can easily, okay, and join together actually. Or else even it is not having the primary and primary kind of foreign key. If we have some kind of related column, so if and only if we have related column, then we can easily combine actually. Okay, notice that customer id is the or customer id column in the order table is referencing the customer id in the customer table. Okay, the relationship between these two tables is the above customer id column actually. Okay, so we can do, we can join these things, we can creating the following SQL statement that containing the inner join. That means there are different kind of joining concepts are there: inner join, left join, right join, cross join, self join. Okay, so I would like to combine those columns here. I mean, I want to combine those records of those two tables. I would like to access the order ID from the order table, and the customer name from the customer table, and order date from the order table. Okay, so this is the three. This column, order ID and order date and customer name, I want to access these things actually. Okay, then we would like to use the, okay, so here order and customers, here orders is the one table and customers is the one table. Okay, so the join left it should have one table, right it should have one table actually. Okay, so we would like to go for joining with the base of order customer id equal to customers customer id. So this is the command we should use when you are joining the, when you're joining the two tables. Clear? So we're accessing the customer id, so customer id from the order. Okay, and customer name from the customer. So you're joining the order table and customer table on basis of customer id and customer id in the customer table. Okay, so this it could be joining. So here we have different kind of joining concepts are there. So the first one is the inner join, left join, right join, and cross join. Okay, so inner join in the sense, so we are able to go for returning the matched records. Okay, so we are joining with the base of customer id, right? For example, in an order table and in customer table, so if what are the customers ids are same, what are the customer ids are same, those data only we would like to go for access it, those data only we are able to go for accessing it. Okay, so here returning the records that have matched the values in the both tables, in the both tables, in a reference based on reference or related column we are combining, right? So in a table 1 and table 2, what are the columns are matched on reference column, that particular records only we would like to return it from the both tables. So return the all the records from the left table, and meanwhile, what are the records you match it from the right table? That those things we would like to go for return it when I'm using the left join. Okay, returning the all the records from the left table. So if you want to returning the all the records from the left table, meanwhile, if you want to access the matched record from the right table, if you want it, then we would like to go for using the left join. The right join, what it can do, it will go for accessing the all the records from the right table along with what are the matched records, what are the records which is matched in the left table, those records also we can able to access with help of the right join. And cross join in the sense we would like to go for return the all the records from the both tables, whether it is matching or not matching, it doesn't matter. If you want to return all the records from the both tables, okay, then you would like to be use the cross join. I hope you're clear or not what exactly the inner join and cross join. In inner join, make sure that all the records it should be matched. Those records only it can be written it. In a cross join, it doesn't matter whether it is matching or not. It will be written the all the records from the both tables. Okay. And left join, it can be returning the all the records from the left table, and from the right table what are the records which is matched, those three things it can be written it. In the right join, it can be written all the records from the right table. And Sweta, is it little speed? Sorry for your convenience.
No, it's okay, sir.
Okay.
I'm good with it. No.
Yeah. So I would like to go for returning the all the records from the right table, and along with that one, maybe some records it can be matched at right side, right? Those records also it could be written when I'm using the right join. Okay. So here we have some kind of exercises. Inserting the missing part in the join clause. To join the two tables, I would like to joining the order table and the customer table with the reference of the customer ID. Okay, filled in the both tables as a relationship between the two tables actually. So here we are going to be using the left join, and we are using the order, orders table and customer table. Okay, as of now this is fine, and we are returning all the records, all the records. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it is from the order table or customer table, but which is returning all the records from the order table. And from the customer table, what are the records which is matched, those things only it can be written it on order, on orders dot customer ID. Okay, equal to customers dot customer ID. Okay, just written it. Yeah, if the exercise is done, then we can go for second one. So choose the right join, choose the correct join clause to select all the records from the two tables where there is a match in the both tables. That means inner join. We would like to return all the records, right? But inner join, okay? And where there is a match in the both tables, there could be some kind of matching in between the both tables, okay? Inner join from orders, inner join customers. You should practice, guys. If you're not practicing, it could be very tough for you again. Choose the correct join clause, select all the records from the customer. So choose the correct join clause to select all the records from the customers. So you should able to go for returning the customer records plus all the matched from the order table. For example, this is the left table, right? So if you want to access all the records from the right table, then we should use the right join. Right join, and we should use the customers. This is the way we can do it. Yeah, so we just seen all the exercises, but unfortunately I was not explaining about inner join. So inner join means if you want to be combining the, or if you want to returning the matched object, then we can able to go for using the inner join. The syntax of the inner join is select, and what are the columns you want to be accesses, those column names, and table 1 and a table 2, and we should use the inner join On is the another command. So when I'm using the join, make sure that it should having the on, and table 1 and reference column, and table 2 reference column. Okay, so here we have some demo table. This is order tables. Order table which is having the 5 columns here: order id, customer ID, employee ID, order date, and the shipper date. And I have the customer table, which is having the 7 columns: customer ID, customer name, and contact name, address, city, and postal code. From these two things, for my observation, customer ID in the order table and customer ID in the customer table both are related columns. So that's the reason I would like to go for using the I want to use the on based on this particular condition. I would like to go for creating the clause with these two conditions. Okay, so I can use the select orders. I want to access the order. I want to access the order ID or whatever the columns. If you want accessing from the order table, make sure that we should give you table name dot followed by the column name. What are the columns if you want accessing from the customer table? So customer name, customer's table name, and followed by the column names. What if you want accessing from the customer table? Okay, so that's the reason why I would like to go for accessing the order ID and customer name only two records, only two columns I want access: one column from the order ID, one column from the customer customer table. So that, so customers dot customer name, orders dot order id. So I would like to join with orders and customers, but I want access only matched records, right? So that's the reason I'm using the inner join, and based on the customer id in the order table and the customer id in the customer table. So that's the reason I'm using the on over here. Okay. Yep. So the inner join keyword select the all the records, both tables, along as there is a match between the columns. If there are records in the order table that do not have the matched customers, there will not be shown it actually. Okay, if and only if
Excuse me, sir. Sorry
this.
for interruption. Here is select orders dot order ID and customers dot here have to be customer ID, not the customer name.
No, see, you just misconfused over here. Okay, just here we have a two tables. Okay, this is
Yeah.
table 1, this is table 2. Here table 1 having the 3 columns, here table 2 also having the 3 columns. Let me consider. Okay, this is table 1, this is my table 2. Okay, this is my column 1 in table 1, this is my column 2 in table 2, and this is my column 3 in table, okay, 3. For example, this is some D1. Even this is also columns only, but different names you have it: D1 and D2 and D3. So these are my column names. Okay, see, I want to join these two tables. Joining means, okay, I want accessing some records, combining, I want to combining these two tables. That is exactly joining. By the
Okay,
time,
so we
yeah.
can write here instead of customer name, we can say
No,
that
just
customer
one second,
ID
please,
or
please, please, 1 second. I just need to be clarify. Okay, it might be a big question actually. The main intuition of the inner join, the main intuition of the join is misunderstanding you. Okay, so try to be understand here. I have the two different tables and I have the different columns. I have it. Okay, but my intuition is that I would like to join these two tables. Okay, so by the time there could be some kind of relationship between these two tables. That means there could be some kind of related column between these two tables. For example, column 2 and D3, these two having both in this table 2 having the D3, table 1 having the C2, these two columns, they might have some kind of relation the same data. Okay, what data we have it here? the same data it could be available here itself, but not exactly the same, but the characteristic is same. Like, if it is the customer id, maybe it is also customer id. If customer id in the sense, maybe different name cid, the name of the column name is cid, but here it is a customer id. Both are talking about the same feature, but the name it might be different. Okay, by the time, so based upon this reference column, I want access this record, I want access this record, I want access this record, I want access this record. Okay, clear? Or else I want to access only, oh shit, I want access, I want access only this record, I want access this record, and I want access the, okay, maybe from these two records, what are the matched records? If you want access those things, we can return it. See, it's not about the condition what we are using. Same thing we cannot be, it's an option. See, this is the condition. Whatever if this condition is satisfied, the corresponding records from this table we can access it, whatever if you want access. Okay, clear or not? Hello, this is just a condition. Okay, if this condition is matched, what are the condition is matched from these two tables, those records we are able to go for accessing the records from those particular two tables. Now is it clear? What happened, guys? You're not supposed to talk. I don't know what's going on your end. Hello,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
you got it? Everyone got it? Do you need one more time
Yes, sir.
explanation? Is there anyone need one more time same explanation?
Sir, just scroll above. So, first, I want to see the tables.
Okay, I just want to tell you one a small example with my okay, just wait a second. Whiteboard. I would like to explain one more time. Please wait a second. With a different aspect, I can explain you. It could be easy to understand actually. Okay. 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 I have a table. Okay. This is my table. The table name is T1, and which is having the data is column 1. This is my column 2. This is my column 3. Okay. And here I have a data is 1 and 2 and 3. This is 4, 5. This is 6. This is 7. And this is 8. This is 9. Okay. I have the another table. Might it is also having the 3 columns only. Let me consider. This time, this is D1. This is D2. This is D3. Okay, this is my column names. These columns are available in my table 2. Okay, and here 5 and 10, 11 and 15 for example. Okay, This is 1, 2, and 10, and 11. Actually, this is the 10 over here. That's 11. Okay, this is 11. Okay, we have only 4 records, right? And this is 6, 2, 4, 8. Yep. Now, I would like to go for using the inner join. Inner join of T1 and T2. I want to do that inner join of T1 and T2. Okay, IJ means inner join, guys. Just try to be understand. Okay, I can't. It's not possible to write everything, or else I can use my notepad, touchpad. Just give me 1 second. This is a confused concept, but it is very important. It's very important. Even even if you spend 2 days, does not a problem. But this concept you should understood without conflict. Okay. So I have two tables, T1 and T2, and T1 having the three records. Sorry, T1 having the three columns, and T2 having the three records. Okay. Now, what I want to do that I want to do that inner join. See, my column 1 and my D2, column 1 in table 1 and D2 in table 2, there could be related columns. These are related columns. So before you're writing the query, okay, you should know that what are the columns are related in a two tables. Okay, based upon the question, based upon the problem statement, we need to find out which are the columns are related columns. Okay,
As per the requirement.
as per the requirement, we need to we need to figure out the what are the columns from the table 1, what are the column from the table 2 or related.
As per the requirement, we can relate C1 to D1, C1 to
Of
D2,
course,
C1 to
of course,
D3.
yes, of
Mm.
course. Now, I feel that I said that in my problem statement, the C1 and the D2 are related columns, so that we are joining, right, T1 and inner join T2 on T1 dot C1 equal to T2 dot C2. As of now, it's fine. This is the joining clause. So we are joining the table 1, table 2 on reference of C1 and C2, D2 from the table 1 and table 2. Is it clear?
T2 dot D2.
Yes, that's correct. T2 dot D2. So this is the query of the join. But what data I want to access? What data I want access from the table 2 and what data I want access from the table 1? For that one, we would like to go for using the select. Okay. From the table 1, I want the C3. Okay. So that select T1 dot C3, comma. From the table 2, I want the D1 and D3. D1, D3. So T2 dot D1, comma, and T3 dot D3. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? And moreover,
Yes.
this is the table. It should be having the before that table you should have the from. Select C3 column, D1 column, D3 column from this T1 inner join with T2 on basis of C1 and C2. So when I executed this one, what could be the result you might be getting? What I said, when I'm using the inner join, so make sure that what are the records which is matched from the both columns. So from this particular both columns, what are the records are matched? This is 5, right? This is 1, this is 2, this is 10, and this is 11. So 1 is matching, your 1 is matching, right? That means if the D2 in C1, 1 and 1 is there. The corresponding C3, what is the value of C3? 7. What is the value of D1? 5. What is the value of D3? It could be 6, right? For example, here it is a 2 and here it is a 2. So this record and this record is matching or not? Because of both are same. So, or else, for example, here it is not 2, here it is the 10, but here it is having the 2 actually. Okay, here it is the 10 and here it is the 2. Let me consider. By the time this is the 10 which is not there any one of the column from the C1. Okay, but 2 is there. 2 could be there in the second location in the column 1. So that the corresponding C3 it could be the 8 and corresponding D1 it could be the 11 and corresponding D3 it could be the 4. Okay, but in case of D2 and in case of C1 we don't have the 3 and meanwhile we don't have the 10 and we don't have the 11. Okay, so that is the reason we are able to go for accessing only two records, only two records. This is C1 record, this is D1 record, this is D3 record. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just note this information at least. You can take the screenshot so that it could help you. Done? Okay, now let's go for understanding the left join. So left join. So I want to access the records from the C3 and D1 and D3 only. Okay, I want accessing the records from the C1 and D1 and D3. I want to access only these three records. Okay, or sorry, three columns from the table 1 and from the table 2. This is a table 2 only, right? So I should go for using the from record. So for example, if I want to access all the records from the left table. I want to access all the records from the left table. Okay, so that I can use the left join. So before that one from T1, so left join. What exactly it is happening? I will explain you. T2 on base of T1 dot T1 dot what? C1. It is a C2. Let me go for accessing the C3. Okay, C3 D1, C3 D1, D3 I want access. Okay, so but reference of C1 and reference of D2 could C1 and D2 are reference things. So that T2, D2. What is the result? What is the result you are expecting?
A left outer join.
It's a left join. It's a left join means all the records from the left table. Okay, so here C1 and D1 and D3 are my tables, but out of that one C1 is the record which is from the table 1. That means all the records from the, sorry, it is C3, right? So C3, yes, all the records from the C1 and from the column 3 all the records of the C3 from the C1 T1 table I would like to go for accessing. That means 7, 8 and 9. It doesn't matter whether it is matching or not, but all the columns of left table, I would like to go for accessing. But when it comes to the right table, what are the matched objects, what are the matched records we have it, those things only we can access. In D1 and D3 and 1 and 2, only these two records are matching. That's the reason here it is a 5 and here it is a 6. Okay, and this is the corresponding 2, right? 11 and 4. What about these two? These two are the null. We don't have a data, right? Okay, we don't have a data corresponding a 3 column. Okay, we don't have any 3 record. 3 is not matching anywhere in the D2. So that's the reason one record which is automatically giving like null. Did you understood what is the difference between the left join and inner join?
I got it.
Yep. All of you, Sweta.
So repeat one more time.
Okay, so I just want to tell you one more time. It's a very simple thing. I would like to go for inner join. Okay, inner join means all the records from the left. Sorry, I would like to go for using the left join. Okay, left join means all the records from the table, left table. From the left table, which columns I want to go for accessing? Only C3 table, right? So in C3 table, we have the 7, 8, and 9 is there. So this is the 3 records I'm accessing, even it is matching or not matching, based on the C1 and D2. I'm not looking at the condition. Just think about it. I'm not looking the condition at this moment. The reason is that I'm using the left join. When I'm using the left join in the left table, what are the columns I want to access? All the records from those particular columns I can access. But if you want to access any data from the right table, make sure that this is the condition should be satisfied. This condition should be satisfied only these 2 records only. Okay, 1 and 2 only. Okay, so for 1 corresponding D1 and D3, it could be the 5 and 6. Corresponding to D1 and D2 are the 11 and 4. But what about this 3 location? The 3 record which is not at all matching in D2. At this moment, I don't have any specific records I should accessing from the table 2, so that automatically it can be filling the null data. Clear?
Yes.
This is about left join. Now, same thing if I go ahead with the right join. If I go ahead with the right join, so right join in the sense right table, right? In table 2, this is table 1. All the records from the table 2, but I would like to go for accessing the only specific columns from the tables. T1 of the C3 and D2 of the table 2 of the D1 and table 2 of the D3 I want access. Okay, and from the table 1, this is my left table, right join, and I would like to go for using the table 2 on base on table 1 of the C1, which is equal to table 2 of the D2. This is my related column, C1 and D2. In this particular situation, I would like to go for using the right join, right? Right join in the sense all the records from the right table. What are the records from the right table? D1 and D3 are the columns from the table 2, from the right table actually. These are the D1 and D3 are the right table. What are the records in D1 and D3? That all records can be accessed. So 5, 6, 11, 2, 10, 11, 10 to 11, 4, and
11, 4 and 59.
15 and 8. But what about the C3? I would like to go for accessing the C3 only, right? But C3, which is the left table, when it is the left table, only match related information only I can access. So in a table 1 and table 2, C1 and C1 and D2, which is matching only two records. Okay, what are the two records? 1 2. Okay, corresponding C3 is 7 and 8, so that we would like to go for accessing the 7 and 8. What about the two records? It could be null data.
It will be null.
Okay, so this is the way the right join will work. Right join means we are able to go for accessing all the records from the right table, and it can be written as the only matched recording from the left table. Left join in the sense it will accessing all the recording from the left table, and it will return, and meanwhile it will be returning the matched records from the right table. That is the left join. This is the right join. What about cross join? What about cross join? What about cross join? Tell me. So cross join syntax I'm not explaining. You guys are already know it. What exactly the cross join? But
Accessing data from both.
accessing the data from the both tables. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not writing the query. Just you can replace that in left join and right join by the cross join only. But the result I'm writing for understanding purpose. Okay. So I would like to go for accessing the C1, and I would like to go for accessing the D1, and I would like to go for accessing the D3. Okay, all the recording from the table 1. Table 1 is having the 1, 2, 3. Table 2 is having the D1 and D2, right? D1 and D3, right? In D1 and D3, what are the values we have? Tell me. 5, 6, 10 to
11 4 and 15 8.
Sorry, it's 11 4,
And 15 8.
11 4, and it could be 10 to, okay, and 15 and 8. And what about this one? 15 and 8, right? So here it could be null. Okay, we are accessing all the recording from the table 1. We are accessing all the recording from the table 2 and of the D1 and D3. And here some data is not matched because there is no data. First of all, here we have only 3 records. Here we have the 4 records. One record is left. It was space. So that's the reason which is giving directly null. So this is exactly the cross join is doing. Okay, so this is the concept of the joins actually. So don't worry about too much. It was a simple things only. When you're practicing multiple programs, then it could be easy to understand. Okay, okay, now so here we can combining the two joins, 3 join tables. So previously we just seen only joining the 2 tables, right? But the complex query it is. The complex query here, we would like to go for joining the 3 tables. Okay, and order table, customer table, and shipper table. I would like to go for accessing the order ID, customer name, and shipper name. Okay, so from is this is fine, but the from which is having the we would like to joining order inner join with the customers. Okay, and the relationship between the orders and customers are the customer ID and the customer name only. It will be written the some records. This entire thing it could be written the some records. Okay, and from this records and the shipper I would like to joining, this is the all the records here what we are getting, what are the common records we are getting. Okay, and from that one we are joining with the shipper records. Okay, in shipper we have a shipper ID. In orders table we have a shipper ID, and in shipper we have a shipper ID. So you would like to go for combining the multiple tables. Okay, so we would like to go for accessing the all the matching customer IDs, shipper IDs from the these three tables. We would like to be written it. That is the use of the three join tables. Join three tables. We can use the three or more tables also. Clear? Okay. Now we'll do a small exercise. I think this one we already done it. Choose the correct join clause statement to record the two tables where the match of the both tables. Then simply we can use the inner join. For joining the two tables is simple, but when you're joining the three tables, it's a little tricky. And left join. So I already explained the left join. So we would like to go for accessing all the recording from the table one, and so what are the records we matching from the table to those records only we can access. Okay. Just from this one you might be getting. Maybe the records matching. Okay. So same thing. Order by, in the sense we can arranging the data in ascending format. That is the use of the order by. Okay, after using the joins, when I'm using order by, then the data what we have it will be arranging in order format, ascending order format. And right join. So right join, the syntax it could be the same, and of same like inner join and left join only, but the concept is I already explained in a whiteboard, and that same thing will be replicated over here. Okay. And cross join. Cross join in the sense combining the two records, two tables. Whether it is matching or not matching, it doesn't matter. We would like to go for using the cross join. So when I'm using the cross join, we don't need usually any kind of condition, because of it will be returns the all the things, right? Then what is the point of making the condition over here? Okay. And what is the base? There is no, we don't need it any kind of on clause over here. Okay. But here we have some kind of intro over here. Cross join is a keyword written the all the matching record from the both tables where other table matches or not. So if there are rows or customers that does not have the matches in order, if there are rows in order that not have the matches in the customer, those will be filled with those roles will be listed as well. Okay. If we add the where clause, if the table 1 table 2 relationship, cross join will produce the same result of the inner join. If the table 1 table relationship, see here, if you're using the cross join, and along with if I'm using the where clause, which is same like inner, it's same like inner join. That's the meaning of it. Okay, we are joining all the records, right? We are the joining the all the records from the two tables. Okay. But when I'm using the where clause, it can be converting like inner join. Whatever the result we are getting for inner join, same thing you'll be getting because of this condition. Okay. So the records whatever we matching from these two things, those things only we are going to be returning, right? That's the reason we don't need to be use the where clause or on thing in our cross join when you are joining, because of our aim is that we want to return all the records from the both tables. We are combining all the records from the both tables, whether it is matching or not matching, so that we don't need to use the on clause. Clear?
Yes.
So self join in the sense, maybe two tables are same, table 1 and table 2 are the same. If we have a same table, I want to join it. Okay. So customer name and customer name, city, and this is the customers, and where customer ID, and city order by city. So this is self join in the sense both tables are same. This is also customer and this is also customer, right? And we are giving this customer table A, and you are giving the customer table name is B. And wherever my customer ID is not matching with another customer ID, but the cities are matching, customer IDs are not matching, but the customer cities are matching, then I would like to returning the customer name, both the cities, same city, customer names of the same city, and along with the city name I want to return it. And I would like to go ahead with the order by city, so that it will be arranging, it will be go for arranging order format. Okay, actually there is no self join, but self join we can implement it with this particular format. So guys, this is about joining concepts, and hopefully you got it everything. And by tomorrow's session we'll talk about the unions, group by, having. Okay, so that's for today's session and the SQL, and let's connect in a Tableau class. See you guys, bye.